Now let's look at some of our WAN terminology. Here at the customer's site, we use a term called CPE, Customer Premise Equipment. All the devices and all the equipment at the customer's site would be considered CPE, or Customer Premise Equipment. The router, as well as a CSU-DSU here, or a modem. This CSU-DSU is going to provide us with a connection out to the service provider. That CSU-DSU is connected back to the service provider's switch, which is called the CO switch, or the central office switch. There's an imaginary point here that's referred to as the demarc, or demarcation point, where the customer's responsibility ends and the service provider's responsibility begins, or vice versa, however you look at it. The line from the customer's site to the central office is referred to as the local loop. This is also referred to as the last mile. Inside the service provider's toll cloud, you'll have a series of switches and trunks that are all connected throughout the entire service provider's toll network throughout the country, and possibly throughout the world. On the other end, notice you'll have a connection to whatever other site that you're connecting, as you're connecting and making communication through your wide area network from one site to another site. All of these concepts come together to create our point-to-point communication from router to router. It's viewed at layer 2 as if it's just one wire. However, all of these different terms and different switches and devices are actually intermediate devices that are there to create that layer 2 connection. Keep in mind, there are different types of cables that might be used to connect your router to the CSU-DSU depending on whatever CSU-DSU vendor the service provider is using. All of these different terms come together to give you a basic feel for the concepts of wide area networks.